Analyzing the graphs of nonlinear functions. Now let's turn our attention to the graph to answer questions about a function. Suppose f is defined by this graph. What is f of -2? The input is -2, so we find -2 along the horizontal axis here. Then we search vertically to find the point on the graph. The point is -2, 3, so we conclude that f of -2 equals 3. Question 2. What is or are the solution or solutions to the equation f of x equals 2? Now the output is 2. We find 2 along the vertical axis here, and then we search horizontally to find all points of the form question mark, 2. There are 3 points, -4, 2, -1, 2, and 3, 2. And the 3 solutions, therefore, are -4, -1, and 3. What is the domain of f? We can determine the domain by projecting all of the graph onto the x-axis. Click above 1 through 5 to discover the domain as -4 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 3. So slowly we can flatten this graph out onto the x-axis. See how it's flattening out? And then our last step is you see the domain is this line here from -4 to 3. And this was our original graph. What is the range of f? Similarly, we can determine the range by projecting all of the graph onto the y-axis. The range is -2 is less than or equal to f of x is less than or equal to 3. So we can flatten the graph out along the y-axis. And finally, we see it's this line here from -2 to 3. So those are all of the possible y values. What is the maximum value of f? The maximum value is the largest number in the range. Since the range is -2 to 3, the maximum value is 3. You can see that that's the highest point on the y-axis. It's right here. What input minimizes the value of f? The minimum value is the smallest number in the range. Since -2 is less than or equal to f of x, which is less than or equal to 3, the minimum value is -2. This value is achieved at the input x equals 1. Given the graph of f, evaluate f of 1 plus f of 5. Alright, so f of 1 is when x equals 1. That's here. And that point is up here at 8. So f of 1 is 8. F of 5 is 0 because the y value here is 0. So 8 plus 0 equals 8. Alright, solve for x. F of x equals 0. So where are the y values equal to 0? Here, here, and here. So that's when x equals 0, 3, and 5. And finally, how many solutions are there for the equation f of x equals 5? Alright, so we look at f of x equals 5 here, the y value 5, draw a line and see how many times the graph intersects it. So 1, 2, 3. There are 3 solutions.